Hey guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to get this look, and I did this by doing a twist out. I did do a tutorial for this look about a year ago, but honestly in that video I was just rambling and rambling. It was too long, so I'm just doing it over just to give you guys a quick look so it's not as boring as the last one basically, because I feel like I lost a lot of you guys halfway through that video because honestly it was just too much talking. So anyways, this is the look that you guys are going to get today. The product I'm going to be using, honestly the only product I use is this Proclaim hair gel, but honestly any hair gel or curling lotion will work. It really doesn't matter, but I use that. I'm also going to be using this glossing polish, which is also by Proclaim. This is Sally's store brand, in case you guys didn't know. It's like their brand. So I'm just going to use this glossing polish afterwards, and that's basically all the products that I use in the video. Besides that, you also need a spray bottle just to keep your hair wet. You don't have to keep spraying it every second, but it's just if it starts drying up, it's good to have a spray bottle on hand. Also, I'll be using a wide tooth comb just for obvious reasons, combing out my hair and keeping it detangled. I'll be using a couple butterfly clips, some perm rods. I like to use the blue ones. The sizes are separated by color, and you can get these at any beauty supply store. I believe they sell them in packs of 12 for like $3. I'm not completely sure, but they're very affordable. You can get them at any beauty supply store. And also these metal these metal pin curl clips. Or you can get these, or you can get roller clips, which look almost exactly the same. But I just use these for twisting down at the root, and then use the perm rods for rolling the ends in case your hair isn't curly enough to curl on its own. So that's everything you need for this look, so let's get started. So the first thing I did was wash and condition my hair like I usually do. And then afterwards, I sprayed it with this Jane Carter Solution leave-in conditioner. I sprayed that throughout my entire hair just to detangle it and comb it out. So that's how I got like this. So now I'm just going to section my hair into 4 sections. I do 2 in the front and 2 in the back, just to make it a little bit easier to work with. I usually like to part my hair in the center when I'm doing this style, so that's why I have a part in the center. But if you guys want a side part, then I would suggest you part it in the side from now when you're sectioning it. So I have my 2 sections up front here, and then I just put the back section into 2 sections that way, just because I can't get all the hair to fit in one clip. So now I'm going to start sectioning these sections into rows. So I don't want the twist to be too small because then they don't have any definition and it just looks really stringy. But I don't want it to be too big either that it's too big to take the shape, you know what I mean? So I usually have about 4 or 5 rows in the back altogether, and then 3 rows on each side. And then each twist is a square section, just to give you guys an idea of the size that I'm going for. So I can't really see what I'm doing, so I know it's not neat, but your sectioning doesn't have to be neat because when you open it out, you don't want your parts showing anyway. So I hope you guys can see okay. I'm going to split this bottom section across the center, so it's going to become 2 rows rather than 1. My first row, I'm going to take a little bit of my gel, about that much, and I'm just gonna spread that across the row, across all the hair. I don't like to use too much because then it takes too long to dry, and it's really not that necessary to overdo it with the gel. Just get enough so that it's completely covered, but it doesn't have to be that saturated. I'm gonna take a little bit more than that and just run my fingers through the row, through the hair, and then I'm gonna begin sectioning for the twist. So I'm just going to try and make it as close to a square section as possible. So that is my first section. And I'm going to put the rest of the hair out of the way. So now to twist it, I break it into 2. I break the section into 2 subsections like that. And the idea is to get both strands to twist in one direction and then twist together in the opposite direction. So there's different ways you can do it. You can either twist both rows completely, in the same direction. I'm probably doing it the wrong way, but make sure they're both going the same way and then twist them together the other way. But I don't like doing it that way just because it tends to unravel when I'm up to the part where I twist them together. So I prefer to twist it as I go along. So my right hand, it just does the twisting for me. So I will twist it forward. See, I'm going counterclockwise with this hand, but then I'm going to bring it behind this one so that the whole thing is going clockwise. So I'm going to twist it one way and then put it behind the strand in the other direction. I'm going to twist that strand forward and then pull it back. Forward, back, and then it just becomes muscle memory and you just go along with it. So I'm just going to twist it all the way down to the bottom of the strand, and then I have to curl it in my finger so that it creates a little bit of a curl, but the hair in the back of my head is kind of heat damaged, so it doesn't have that spring in it anymore. It doesn't curl on its own anymore, but I'm going to take care of that in a second. But first, what I like to do is go back to the top and just twist it so that it's twisted right down to the scalp. And then I take these metal clips and I just clip it down so that it doesn't open at the root before it's dry. So then I take these perm rods right here and I take the end of my hair and I just curl it on that. I roll it right there and then I just lock it into place so that when it dries it'll have the curl that I can't do on my own because my hair is so damaged. So I'm going to do the entire back of my head and then I'm going to do it again when I get to the front so it's easier to see. Hair done, but now that I'm at the front, I'm going to show you guys again one more time really quickly. So I take a roll down and then I take a decent amount of gel and I put it on the entire section. I focus mostly on the ends because I wanted to get that curl and hold that curl there because it's not really twisted at the end, so I use it, I depend on the gel to help it hold the style rather than the actual twist itself. So I'm just going to break this roll into two sections because I want it to be kind of big so that it has definition. So I'm going to get that extra hair out of the way. I'm dropping everything, my hands are so slippery. So I'm going to break it into two strands. And I'm going to twist the strand in one hand, going forward, and then bring it behind this strand. So twisting it forward and then bring it behind, twist it forward and then bring it behind. And then I'm just gonna put my hands running the way. I'm twisting it forward and then bringing it behind that strand right there. And then I'm just gonna speed it up so I can get down to the end. So at the end, I'm just gonna wrap it around my finger. And it may curl by itself and it may not. It should, but it doesn't because my hair, like I said, is heat damaged. Another thing I forgot to mention is do not borrow hair from the strands. Like if you have one strand that has more hair than the other, like you know when you're braiding and you borrow hair from another strand when one strand gets too short, you don't do that with this style because it's just going to tangle when you go to take it out. So when that happens, just stop and put the perm rod in. So just roll up as much as you need to. I'm just going to take my rod and roll it right on there. I roll just enough so that there's enough hair on it for the rubber band to have something to grip onto. And then I lock it in. And that's going to hold the curl until it dries. And then I'm going to twist it up at the scalp. Oh, I am dropping everything. Twist it at the scalp and then clip it right in. Okay? And I'm just going to finish my hair right now. Okay, so I am done twisting my hair. That took me about an hour to put them all in. I don't know exactly how many twists I have in here, but it's quite a few. So now what I'll usually do is either air dry them or go under the hood dryer. But I usually do just air dry them, and I will take a regular blow dryer and just blow over the ends so that the ends will dry. Just have to take these perm rods out because these things get very annoying flapping in your face all the time. But today I'm going to actually go under the hood dryer just for the sake of speeding things up. Okay, so I'm finally done with the dryer. I was under there for about an hour and a half. And about 30 minutes under, after the first 30 minutes, I took out the rods and the clips. So I did get a nice curl with them. So see, this is the curl that you're looking for. A nice little spiral. So I started taking out the back already, but it was hard to show you guys. So I'll show you guys now what I do. I put a little bit of the frizz eliminator on my fingertips, just so that as I'm taking my hair out, I'm also defrizzing it at the same time. Is defrizz a word? I think so. So I literally just take the strand, I rub my hands down it just to get the oil on it, and then I very carefully start from the bottom and I just separate the two strands just like that, and then I untwist it going up the shaft. Let me show you again in case that was too close. Here's another one. I'm just gonna separate it by putting my finger through it. And then I'm just gonna untwist it. Very, very simple. And then if some of them are really big, I would pull the strands apart. Let me see what's a good one. So like this one, for example, it's already separated, but I'm gonna separate it again. So some of the big ones I separate some more. I try not to separate them more than once per strand. So like each twist could turn to about 4 separate strands so that my hair gets nice and full. So I just separate some of them here and there to get to be nice and big, and that's pretty much all there is to this style. Very simple, very easy, and it comes out looking very, very nice. So this is how it looks when it's all done. I did go back and finish pulling out all the rest of the twists. I separated all of them. Some of them were a lot fatter than the other ones, so I separated them a little bit more than twice. But this is basically how the outcome is, and in another day or so it is gonna open up more, it's gonna be a little bit bigger. But this is basically your finished outcome. So that's really all there is to it. That's your twist out tutorial. It's very simple, very easy, and I really like how it comes out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!